Shakar Halayim, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone who rule well. Shalom and salutations to the hopeful elect. The Akim out there spreading the gospel throughout the four corners of the earth in sincerity and truth, and presenting their bodies as a living sacrifice, as the scriptures teach us to do. All right, shalom to the very few sisters that do listen to us as well. All right, this is the brother Yaremiah from the Great Millstone Chicago camp, basically coming back to you with another lesson concerning something I was meditating on. And what I was meditating on was Jake, and Esau, that great epic battle. But psychological warfare has been waged on Jake, and they don't even know it, man. And when you go into psychological warfare, one of the definitions is to reduce an opponent's morale, something to that fact. And our morale has been reduced to nothing. But Esau has done this, man, through his witchcraft, man, his social engineering, all right, starting with the Willie Lynch letter and things to that matter, man. And our own people, even the sellouts of our own people, has helped in doing that, from glorifying selling drugs, killing each other, all right, dressing up like women, all right, playing the simp role, having that woman, glorifying that woman being over them, all right, glorifying man on man, woman on woman sex. I don't even want to use the proper word for it because I might get a strike for that, man. But our own people glorify this, because they took a little dough from Esau, and it's just straight wickedness, man. But Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai is gonna bring every act, into he's gonna hold these people accountable for all that wickedness, man. But Esau has waged psychological warfare on Jake, man, through his social engineering and all his wickedness, man. You thinking that the white man's God, all this BS, man, is a trick on your brain, man. And the only thing that's keeping us, from falling to these elements is dwelling in the secret place of the Most High, man. On this side, man, it's being covered, man. For real, man. Being covered by the blood of Yahweh Shai for real, man. Being that hopeful elect for real, man. Being found with the sure mercies of David, Yahweh Ratazah, when the Lord comes back, man. Because the elect are the only ones that's not going to be deceived by this wickedness that Esau has put out there, man. And it's out there, man. Jake don't even know he has a natural enemy, man, or opponent. Hey, like he says on that movie, I think it was a dude who played Rock, all right, on that TV show Rock. He said it on Minister Society. He was one of their daddies or some shit. Yeah, I think he was the dude, Sharif Daddy, the dude who flipped a Muslim or some shit. He had told him, he said, the hunt is on and you're the prey. And Jake has been the prey and the butt in and just everything to Esau ever since the beginning, man. But nevertheless, let me just get to a few scriptures. This is 2 Corinthians 2:11. It said, lest Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. All right, and through the spirit and power, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, we know, all right, what his witchcrafts are. We know what his sorceries are. We understand his media tool, his social engineering tool. We understand that we have a natural enemy. All right, his weapon is carnal. Our weapon is spiritual. And the carnal cannot combat with the spirit. It'll always lose, man. That's why we pulling him down, man. All right, he's being exposed to the whole world, man. The whole world knows Esau's the damn devil, man. That's why even right now you got these Iranians talking about so-called black people should have a conference with them and whatnot and so forth. Well, that's up to you niggas. You know what I'm saying? We deal with the Lord, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. That's our Redeemer. That's our judge. That's who's going to deliver us from this captivity, man. Hey, America is going to be wiped out, whether the Iranians want to do it or not. The 2/3 are going to perish, whether the Iranians want to do it or not. Esau is going to perish, no matter who wants to do it. And they're going to be part of it, baby. But the Lord, it's like the Lord said in that Ezekiel, I'll put hooks into their jaws, man. The Lord is going to make these nations crush this wicked-ass place for its atrocities, man. And one of these atrocities is psychological warfare, man. Making Negroes, all right, especially Negroes, but Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans the children of the Most High, all right, synonymous to wickedness, man. Anytime you think about a nigga, man, you think about somebody selling drugs, think about somebody committing adultery, somebody hooping and hollering and rapping and killing, all this, man. You know, and Esau has turned us into these brute beasts, man. All right, through his witchcraft. That's why King David, he said this, man. All right, in this song, this prayer, all right, and this prophecy. He said, matter of fact, I'm just reading. This Psalms 123. Salaki, this Psalms 23 and 1, it says, Yahweh is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restored my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. And that's what the Lord is doing to all the members of the elect. All right. It said, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff comfort me. And we are walking through the valley of the shadow of death. All right, this place right here, just like it says in the book of Job, a land with darkness as his light, man. A place where all type of wickedness is glorified, you know, at the expense of Jake too, man, because Esau uses us, man, to promote wickedness and to glorify his wickedness, man, whether it be from the drug abuse, homosexuality, whatever type of wickedness it may be, man. It said, thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointed my head with oil, my cup running over. And the Lord is preparing our table, man, in the midst of our opponent, in the midst of our enemies, man. He brought us back into our heritage. He brought us back into our true culture, all right? And he's given us the tools that are vital for salvation, even though all this psychological warfare has been put on us to crush us and to take our morale, man. All right, you don't even equate the God, the prophets, the saints with so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. When we get out here on the highways and byways and tell our people they kings and, you know, come from the royal bloodline, the Israelites and the people of the Bible, hey, man, for the most part, they look at us crazy as hell, man. Because that psychological warfare has been waged on them, man. It says, surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. I will dwell in the house of Yahweh forever. All right, and that's, you know, what we intend to do, man. But this place, and that's another thing. That's how you know that this place is Mystery Babylon the Great, man, the mother of all harlots, man, and witchcrafts, man. I done had plenty foreigners, man, you know, tell me just through random conversations that, you know, that never been over here, that came over here when they was a teenager or as an adult, a young adult, and been over here for 8 to 10 years or something. And they'd be like, man, you know, I thought all black people was shit like it was on TV. You know, they'd be having a legitimate conversation with me, and they'd say it like, man, you know, see, because when they think of niggas, they think of boys in the hood, ministers to society. All right, this folly, man. Hey, just like Eddie Murphy said about, when Eddie Murphy cut up Jay Leno, man, he said, about that movie, Jay Leno and them was saying, like, you know, a lot of people thought it was racist that Boomerang was an all-black cast. And he said, well, they didn't think it was racist when Boys in the Hood was on TV and people were selling dope to each other and promoting gun violence. That was an all-black cast. He said, well, you know, what y'all really wanted to say was, where's the white man and who is the boss that's directing all these productive Negroes? You know, something to that matter. Because they hate to see Jake doing good, man. Because they know from the Willie Lynch letter on down and things that pertain to that matter that they spend trillions of dollars, man, and a countless amount of time, man, to destroy the well-being of the Israelites, man, especially the Negroes. This is Nahum 3 and verse 4. It says, because of the multitude of thy whoredoms, of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcrafts. And that's exactly what they did, man, through that witchcraft, through that social engineering, through that talismanic sorcery, man, through that American dream, that American nightmare, all right, that takes away all morality, man, that just gives you a path of wickedness to follow, man, that Aleister Crowley BS, that do as thou wilt, man. Well, the Lord never told you to do that. The Lord told the Israelites that he had laws, statutes, and commandments for them to abide by, man. He said one way leads to life and the other way leads to death, man. The Lord didn't tell you to mix and match. All right? That never was in that never was supposed to be in the plan for Jake to do, man. Jake went far left, man. And in this society right here, you know, where you can go as far left if you want to, you know, Jake just having a fucking ball, man. But as soon as we come out here and talk about some accountability or anything like that, some responsibility or ruler class mentality for that matter, our people have a problem with us, man. Because all they have been taught to be is niggas, man. That black exploitation bullshit. This is a scripture I had quoted earlier. You know, I found that this is Job 10:20. It says, "Are not my days few? Cease then and let me alone, that I may take comfort a little. Before I go whence shall I not return, even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death." All right, which is this place right here, man. A land of darkness as darkness itself, and the shadow of death, without any order, where the light is as darkness, man. And this is that land without any order, man. Darkness, man. Well, they choosing darkness for light, man. This is what Esau has given you Negroes the privilege to do, man. You know, and he has chosen a select few, you know, house niggas to promote this agenda. Just like you see it right now. And that's how we know we're dealing with the same beast, man. Like in the book of Maccabees, when he tried to get the high priest, he said, just make it look like you eating pork. You can eat something lawful. You know, the people look up to you. You know, they'll do it too. And that's what Esau has these lapdogs, these house niggas do. All right, in his society. He give them a big chunk of money. Hey, Google the scene Trick Baby, man. You know, the Trick Baby, that dinner table scene. Esau let you know his agenda. And that's another thing that Esau believes in, man. If they tell you about the wickedness before they do it, you know, it's not wickedness. All right, that's that Talmud Kabbalah bullshit, you know, which is not the scriptures, you know, but Esau pushes that hard, you know. But nevertheless, man, you know, that was just something on my spirit, man. I didn't have a lot to go into, you know, I'm kind of heavily under the weather, but yeah, I was just thinking that, man, Jake don't even know they under attack, man. They call aloud, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, hey, that we have this defense and this refuge, man, and that we ain't falling victim to these elements, and that's because the angels encamped around us, man. The holy angels are keeping us, man, from falling to this witchcraft, man, and these enchantments that's out here, man, in this realm, man, because it's all around us, man. That's why as soon as you see the angels take away the cover from a brother, man. As soon as a dude who was assumed to be a brother go back into the world, look what happened to him, man. He becomes a homosexual, man. You got dudes who was in the camp, man, dating trannies, man, trying to become rappers, man, smoking weed, man, popping pills, man, doing all type of BS, man, like they left, like they missed something. The only thing you missed is your fucking missile, man. And that's gonna hit right on target along with the other atrocities, man. For all you fucking fallouts, dropouts, and false prophets, man. And you niggas who just walked off into the sun, man. After the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua put the covering on you, man. And you just slapped it away like it was nothing. You know. Nevertheless, that was just something that was on my mental, man. You know, call aloud Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. Hey, that the Lord keep us, man. But with that being said, call aloud Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. Ba'ashim Rakakadash, double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, rule well, to the hopeful elect, Shalom.